All right, so happy Pride. We're halfway through Pride Month. In Singapore, it's actually called Pink Fest. And today I'm doing a corporate gig. I'm reuniting with Opera Tang. Okay, we did this Disney kind of a corporate gig before, I think maybe about 2 or 3 years ago. And it went so well that one of the people who actually engaged us there is working in another company now. And she's bringing us there, and it's Riot Games. Okay, so exciting. Computer games and all nerdy stuff. So I'm bringing out some of my old outfits. Okay, this armor look that I did for National Day 2 years ago. And we're going to, yes, do a corporate gig at Riot Games. Okay, Kylene's going to come to help, so join us and let's go do some drag. Okay, so getting ready. So last time I did this look, it was quite a fantasy look. Okay, where I took it in front of the Merlion. There's a picture there. Okay, and it was like, a Merlion warrior goddess or something like that. Okay, so I had a very hungry inspired makeup, but today I'm going to go for more cunty makeup. I started a wig for it. See, it's over there. But I started so long ago that I think, I don't know, the hot glue and everything started to loosen or something in the Singapore heat, and it started to wilt. So the only way I could fix it was to basically just stick my glue gun in and inject a whole bunch of hot glue, and hopefully it'll stay up for at least the 1 or 2 hours that I'm at that show. Okay, so just pray for me. Okay, and yeah, today is a great day to be reuniting with Opera Tang. I used to do so much stuff with her, and then she went off and became a super famous drag queen, influencer. So really looking forward to catching up with her. The usual mix of Kryolan, Dermablend, and House Labs. The House Labs foundation is pretty good, but I don't know how to use it too much because it has this little bit of a glow in it. So it makes you look a little bit wet, and sometimes I just like to be nice and matte and drag. Got the base done. I'm so much happier doing makeup in my own room with all these lights and a proper mirror. For my last show, the Madonna show, I forgot my mirror, so I had to do everything in a handheld mirror, and the angles and everything were really bad, so I think I didn't really look like myself that night. It's really upsetting. Okay, so blue brows today. I think this is the first time this is the first time in years that I'm doing a blue brow. Very careful when you do all these colors, okay? You don't want to start mixing it in with your foundation. Once you go blue, be really careful, okay, with mixing everything in. So I always blend this out so it looks a little bit less harsh. But it's a very harsh look today, okay? Okay, so the eye's a little bit purple. Got my big blue contacts in. Okay, I think I'm gonna make the eyes, yeah, more purplish. And then I'm gonna use like blue stones to go all the way up. Okay, I think I have time. I'm a little bit good for time. So yeah, and then later I'll darken the brows and contour. I hope my brows aren't too long. Okay? Okay, just checking the makeup before I leave in this light. So it's all bluish. I'm having this lot of stones and also these tinsel lashes. Quite different. So here we are in Riot Games. It's very fluorescent, but quite nice, huh? This office, so fun, huh? There's an arcade. There. Hopefully they'll let us play some games. But Riot mainly does RPG, right? It's not like
League of Legends.
League of Legends. And do they do like
That's their main thing.
Do they do fighting games?
No.
Oh, okay. One of the questions is like, what if I were a League of Legends Riot Games character? Which one would I be?
Evelyn.
Evelyn?
Yeah.
Is that me?
Wait,
Why?
I'll show you. Have you seen KDA?
Yeah. Oh, KDA.
Evelyn is the
That's
the
me.
demon one.
Okay.
I think you like, right? KDA. You like
Yeah.
right?
I've seen them once. KDA. Okay.
Then must say Evelyn already.
Okay, I see. It is Opera.
Hi, what's that?
Opera now, yeah, is now a celebrity slash influencer. One of the most famous, most followed drag queens in Singapore.
Do you mean my grandmother? Yes, I am. I'm just a sidekick.
elder abuse.
Oh dear. She's the one who wants to do whole things. She's the extrovert, okay, but yeah.
So tell us, Opera, what
Yeah.
have you been doing with your life? Now, what do you consider yourself?
I've just been circling the drain, waiting for the next day, depressed. No, I'm kidding. I've been having a very manageable Pride this year, and I'm focusing more on like social media stuff, LGBTQ advocacy, go queers.
Okay. And when are you going to make me an outfit? Get on camera.
Yes.
I've been trying to get her to make me an outfit for
So,
years.
I think I contacted Wonder Stash last year and said I was going to make an outfit for one queen per month last year, but that didn't materialize at all because so many things happen at the same time. But yes, we will make that happen. Maybe not as extravagant as she's wearing right now, but 10 or maybe, I don't know, somewhere on the screen, but yeah. Something
One day I will wear an Opera Tang, a Liang by Opera original.
Maybe a headpiece, maybe a back piece. Yeah.
Opera getting ready.
Yes.
And Carlene's here. She's a huge fan of Riot Games, right?
Arcane.
Arcane. Huh?
Arcane. No, I love Arcane.
Yeah,
The
we
TV
might get to go on a tour later. I don't think we can film the tour.
Maybe they can give you some games.
Merch.
Doesn't work that way.
I think nowadays it's very difficult to give games.
Yeah,
Everything
like-
you make money through in-game purchases and everything, right?
I would like merch if they get the merch.
This is the final look. So this is my Merlion outfit by Bunism. This outfit that gave me a lot of headache. I intend to use it.
Okay, don't even credit them. Like, retake this. Yeah, like a very special.
No lah, she did make it lah.
Yeah, but
So she did make it, so it's fine. And I think people see, they'll know
yeah,
it's Bunism. It's not like she's got quite a signature style.
yeah.
Yeah. So, but today with an elven kind of a look with tinsel lashes.
Let's give them another huge round of applause! You guys are very, very tall. So thank you for the fantastic performance, right? It's such an amazing way to start today. Am I right or not? Right, so now we have seen the artistry, right? But we'll love to get to know you a little bit better. Okay, so, right, I've seen both of you on Instagram, right? You have fantastic outfits, right? My very first question would be, right, do you make them yourself, right? Or source them from different places? How long does it take to get ready in this whole getup? And what inspired you to create your drag persona? Maybe, Vic, do you want to start first?
Quite a lot of questions there. A loaded question.
Loaded question,
I
but
think
yeah.
yes to all. So I think Opera probably makes more of the outfits than I do, but I do style my own wigs. I assemble my outfits. I do try to make as much of it as possible myself, but I think I do try to collaborate with other designers as well to come up with my outfits. Yeah, but Opera has, I think she
You
has
are a stylist, that's what you are. She is also a wig stylist, makeup artist, not just, and drag's not just about the costumes, right? But yes, teasing to that vanilla concept that totally goes into the creative process. But yes, I do a lot of the costume construction myself, so I made this headpiece. Wow. Again, one more time. I made this headpiece. Wow. Good morning, everybody. Yeah, and the bra and the panty.
I've seen some clothes that you've made. For example, the National Gallery one, it's beautiful. Yeah.
Yes, I'm so very fortunate that these cultural institutions also get creators like us to reinterpret things in a very drag and queer light. Yeah, I think the commonality between all of us is just the love of art. Yeah.
Awesome. How long does it need to get ready like that?
So get ready meaning get ready today, or get ready as in planning the whole look?
Today.
Today.
I think, do you want to guess? I think
You
you should
didn't guess
guess.
what you guess.
Anybody has any guesses here?
5 hours, 2 hours,
Oh.
6 hours.
Online, anybody? 4 hours.
Okay, makeup
Yeah.
alone, how long do you do?
Makeup alone today, this took maybe about 2 hours.
2 hours. Okay, that's why it looks like twice as good as mine, actually 1 hour.
And in the taxi.
Yeah, and I got changed in the taxi, so the taxi uncle had a free show just now. So the camera was 30 minutes, so 30 minutes. I put this on 5 minutes there. But what is that? This is super
Yeah,
epic.
this took about 45 minutes to get into. So to get into, to get all the pieces and yeah, to get into. So that took a while. And actually the wig itself took 10 minutes to secure and everything.
So all in all, about maybe 4 hours.
So maybe close to 4 hours.
Prize for her.
Oh, okay, remember that. Alright. And what inspired you to create your drag persona?
Maybe Opera to go first.
My name is Opera, so Chinese opera. Okay, I grew up there. The long-winded answer is that I grew up very whitewashed and not in touch with my roots, which has changed for the past 10 years. It was 10 years ago. So I wanted to reconnect with my Chinese identity, my Singaporean identity, my Peranakan-ness, my localness. So I used drag as the lens to reconnect with that and then make it super queer and gay and yeah. So did I succeed? Maybe, I don't know.
Beautiful.
Just silence, okay.
In my case, it was actually my love of theatre. So I'm also a huge theatre fan and nerd, and I love to sing. And I didn't want to limit myself to just singing male songs because I love singing female songs too. So I decided I needed I thought maybe a different persona would help. And the name Victoria Wondersnatch, I wanted something a bit classy, but with a little bit of a double entendre. I wanted something that would rhyme easily in case I wanted to write my own songs, so that snatch itself has a lot of multiple meanings. So that's how it came out with the name. And also at the time, Benedict Cumberbatch was really famous, and I really liked the rhythm of his name, and that's how I actually came up with Victoria Wondersnatch. Oh, and I was driving a Volkswagen at the time too, so so there's a lot of crazy ways. I wanted the VW. So one of my first looks, I actually went to the Volkswagen showroom, bought all the keychains to make jewelry. I was branded VW, yeah.
Oh.
So now I'm stuck with it.
Wow. Okay, I hope. Do we have the honor of hearing you sing a cappella today?
Don't make me sing. Well, I mean, if you do want to hear me sing, I do have a show every 2 months. We just actually did one show last week. Okay, that was a huge Madonna show. So yeah, a tribute to Madonna. So yeah, so I mean,
It's called Quabaré.
It's called Quabaré, drag cabaret.
Quabaré.
Because we're queer and all qua.
Yeah, and
so
for the non-Singaporean people here, aqua is
a derogatory term
yeah,
for gay.
and only us aquas can say it. So
So one of the songs I sang was like, do you know what it feels like for a girl? Do you know that song by Madonna? So
maybe you should sing it.
Yeah, do you know what it feels like for a girl? You know that song? Madonna sang it as an anthem for misogyny and but I thought the lyrics also had a special meaning when sung in drag, because there are all these things that girls do that are looked down upon by society, and it's the same way for drag queens. So I thought that was a very poignant song for the show.
Wow, okay, thank you for sharing. All right, next question. I got a long list, by the way.
It's okay, we have chairs.
All right. What is the most challenging part of being a drag performer that people don't really see?
Yeah, I guess as we mentioned earlier, it's the getting ready. It's not just the getting ready, but it's the planning. It's the planning for that one look. It can take months. So as we mentioned, it 4 hours to get ready, but sometimes just to get the look together. I mean, Opera makes her own stuff sometimes, but for me, I don't really sew, so I'm usually like cobbling together pieces from various places to try to make something. So that can take a long time. So whatever the final product you see is actually sometimes there are months and months of planning for. Sometimes I'm on stage for like a minute. So yeah, and of course, you know, the difficult things is, I guess, I don't know whether there's any society right now. We feel like society does seem to accept LGBT performers more, but I think while we're planning for the shows, I have faced a lot of discrimination, and not just discrimination, but a lot of dismissal and a lot of you know, organizers or venues. It is, for some reason, they don't treat you seriously. Sometimes they don't see you as maybe a legitimate act, and sometimes there's a lot of fighting to actually be seen and to be accepted and be taken seriously. Yeah, so.
I think you spoke more about the physical in real life things, and more of my work nowadays is on social media and online. So I would say the backlash, I would say mostly on TikTok, not really on my Instagram, and because that's where I created a bubble and community of people that do love the art form and supported allies, right? But TikTok can be quite a, can I swear, a shithole? Yeah, of people, and then there's like people will just say random things like 2 or 3 years in Dagestan. I'm like, girl, I would totally rock that world there. But I think after a certain point of getting past the negativity and like being numb to it, which no one should ever go through that anyways, but because I've already experienced it so much and I've gone over to the other side, it's part of my engagement, right? It helps to boost the reach and engagement for my social media. But yeah, I think that's just one thing, that there's still so much hate online that once you go out of your own bubble, you realize that the reality is that not everyone is supportive, yeah.
Okay. All right. How do you find the strength to be true to yourself in a society, right, that is so harsh, right? Whether online or, you know, online?
Delusion. Like a very strong sense of delusion for me.
I think to be a drag queen, you have to have a very healthy dose of delusion. That everyone is looking at us and seeing two beautiful women. Well, she is a beautiful woman.
Beautiful. Both gorgeous, come on.
Yeah. No, but also, seriously, the community that we surround ourselves with, the community that we build online, the musical theatre community, in the bars, and in corporate spaces like this also, spreading the word and just making people more open-minded, I guess, yeah.
Okay. Oh.
That's that.
Be true, right? So I guess, you know, this month, Pride Month, we also like to understand, right, what does Pride Month mean to you today compared to, you know, maybe 10 years ago or when you're younger?
So I guess when I was young, growing up, of course in Singapore, Pride Month used to be something that is so far away, right? You don't hear anything. There wasn't Pink Dot, there wasn't Pink Fest. You only hear about, let's say, the Pride parades in San Francisco and New York City, and it just seems so far away, and you occasionally see something on TV about it, but I think in Singapore it was quite isolating growing up. When the internet came around, of course, we started to learn more about gay culture elsewhere, and I think in the last 10 years, Singapore has really came into its own. I think we're still quite in our infancy for LGBT acceptance. Okay, I think the groups that are responsible for Pink Dot and for a lot of the on the ground grassroots community building societies actually have made quite a difference for the younger people growing up. So I think it's a really different world in Singapore right now. I mean, I think 10 years ago we wouldn't even be doing like pride corporate gigs. Yeah. So and now I think a lot of my friends also have settled into, I guess, a bit complacent way of acceptance. Do you think? Especially those people who are not in drag or so visible. They're just living pretty comfortable lives. So I think in Singapore we are fighting against that. Complacency, a bit of apathy. That we're so comfortable. What are we fighting? What do we still need to fight for? But I think there's still a lot of things that we need to fight for. We can't let comfort or being scared to speak up stop us from fighting for more or other communities that are coming up behind us.
For context, growing up was 20, 30 years ago, and then for me, maybe like 10 years ago. Different eras, that's what I wanted to say. So also, she grew up during, you lived through the...
You can say the AIDS pandemic.
No, I don't know.
It wasn't a panda, it was an epidemic. Not really lived through it, but I mean, I grew up in the 80s and 90s, so at the time I was discovering myself, it was all people talked about, right? That if you were gay, you'd get AIDS, you'd get HIV, people were dying, and of course, so when I reached my teens, there was a 90s, so I was a 90s kid. Any 90s kids here? 90s kids here, yeah. So sex was obviously something that was very scary because all the messaging at the time was that you have sex, you die, you have sex, you die, you have sex, you die. So that kind of like makes you develop a different way. Do you have the same fears?
No, I brought it up because that there's a lot of stigma around like our community because of the AIDS epidemic, right? And I didn't live through that, and a lot of people also forget about it, right? And also there is a lot of continued stigma, and One Such actually does a lot of work in Action for AIDS Singapore. She's like the premier queen for their fundraiser every year. But yes, so my time, I did grow up through that, and knowing our history is really important, right? And yeah, as One Such said, like 10 years ago, maybe these D&I or maybe inclusion initiatives, I don't know whether you can say that this is not an American company, right? I'm sorry.
You can say it.
No, okay, yeah, with D&I initiatives, right? Then you wouldn't be having us on board speaking, and I wouldn't. At that time, I was also wildly homophobic, wildly transphobic because I was taught so, right? And by the people that I was surrounded by. I was born in a very staunchly Catholic family, and but now actually I kind of like, through my own ways, made them less homophobic because maybe I'm the most loving grandchild or child. But it's always the case, right? Like the people that you shun away the most crave love the most from you, right? And that's in my family. But I'm very fortunate that my family still supports me in an Asian sense, funding my tuition in university, cooking for my boyfriend, that kind of thing. And I'm very privileged for that. What is the question again? Where am I going with this?
Find the strength to be true to
Yes,
yourself.
okay, true to myself. And when I was younger, that was me. And then now, I wouldn't have 10 years ago thought that I would be doing this, speaking in front of everybody now, alongside One Such, who gave me my first drag gig to sing alongside her, which I will not do today. Yeah, so like our elders in the community are very important.
Alice are looking so beautiful still.
Exactly me.
You wish you looked like this.
Exactly. If you want to look as good, you have to become a drag queen.
All the skincare. Yeah, we gotta find skincare.
Okay, no. I can't say too much.
Conversation for later. Okay. So, what gives you hope for the future of queer communities in Asia?
For me, seeing the number of countries that legalize gay marriage, like non-conventional marriages, like Taiwan, Thailand, Nepal, maybe soon Singapore. That's another thing that we can fight for. A lot of complacency and apathy in Singapore because a lot of these gays are so rich, right? And they are so far away from the ground, right? No, I'm kidding. They're not. I'm so poor. Like, you can complete the slide with a QR code to Tiffany soon. I'm kidding. No, but yeah, I think.
Yeah. And
Future for queer communities.
Yes. So yeah.
Yeah, so I think in Asia, I mean, there's so many different countries, there's so much different cultures and beliefs that it's really difficult to say that, we hope that all of Asia is going to be like pink in like 20 years, right? There's a lot of, especially in Southeast Asia, we have a lot of Muslim countries which might be a little bit more resistant. I know even in Malaysia, right next door, it's like they are having trouble all the time. A few years ago, they had clampdowns on gay clubs. Recently, they just banned something again. I don't know, they used to ban V-neck shirts because it was gay, stuff like that. So I think there are countries who are doing amazing stuff like Thailand, as she mentioned, like Thailand, Bangkok, but I think there's still a lot of work to around the region, okay? And Singapore is I guess in a very special position. We are supposedly secular, but we have a lot of very religious people, not only in the government, but with ties to the government. We are surrounded by Muslim countries, so we have to be sensitive to what they want as well. So I think it's a very special case that we can't say everyone should just open up and be as gay as you want. I think our Asian sensibilities do, although I am extremely loud, I'm not here to tell another country what to do. They need to work it out themselves.
Does it sometimes make you, feel that, hey, maybe I should live in another different place, right? A different country? Might cost more.
Well, no, not really, because I think Singapore is definitely my home. If there was anything that would make me to go elsewhere, is for the theatre, not for the discrimination.
No, for me, I think. What was I thinking?
Would you live in another country?
No, yeah, the Asian sensibilities part, right? I think Singaporeans are very cognizant of other people's feelings, and we're very considerate, right? Even though, maybe to the point of like infringing on our own comfort, right? But we're not saying that everyone should be like super gay and super like open about it. We can be at least tolerant of it. And there's so many things in our society that we're not allowed to do. We're not allowed to marry. We're not allowed to maybe cohabitate at maybe at 35 and up. We'll still be considered single. Yes. Sorry?
The BTOs.
Oh, BTOs. I thought you said you're doing 35. No. But yes. Yeah. But yes, that, and also when my partner maybe were to be in a very serious accident, I wouldn't be able to visit him in hospital, or I mean, if he's my long-term partner, I consider him like a husband already, right? Yeah, so I wouldn't be considered next of kin unless I have legal precedents in place. So there's a lot of like barriers and things that we have to be aware of, not like the normal straight people that already get married and stuff, and all these legalities are in place. So we have to jump through those loops to get to the same position as maybe a straight couple, for example, if someone chooses to get married. And that's just one aspect. In education as well, I wasn't allowed to come out as LGBTQ. If not, that would out me to my parents, because that's the protocol for counselors. And that's especially the case for maybe Muslim and people coming from families who are not as supportive, right? They can be kicked out of houses. So if for our peers in the Malay Muslim community who do drag also, sometimes can't even do drag at home. They have to go somewhere else to do drag and then go to somewhere to the bar that they're performing, yada yada yada. So it's all these little things that add up that make us second-class citizens in a sense. I don't want to like victimize us, but we are victims, you know. So yeah, but in this case we're so glamorized and everything, but this is a platform for us to speak on these issues. I haven't answered the question. I'm very ADHD today.
Live in another country.
Oh no, but yes, but no. That's why I love Singapore so much that I want to fight for our rights.
Oh! Alright, so if you could give one piece of advice to someone who's afraid of bringing their authentic self to work, what would it be?
To work.
To work. Or to life, I guess.
I mean, I guess in a place like Riot Games, you're quite. It seems to be quite easy to be yourself. Okay, but you really have to, I guess, gauge the workplace. Not every workplace is the same. So for your day job, you just have to. It depends on what, how obnoxious your actual self is. Some people just shouldn't be themselves. I don't know how you
I think this message, this question should be targeted towards the allies.
Yeah.
More so because you are the majority, you are the ones that have the voice to speak up because you have the privilege too, right? So having a little pride flag on the table, a little badge that says like open to all these kind of things make you more approachable and maybe a safer space for that one person that may or may not be queer identifying or LGBTQ, right? This goes for every organization, every space. So the importance of these visible markers, because not everybody wants to say, oh, I'm gay friendly, I'm an ally, right? So all these little things, that's why people have like flags around. If you attend parties like this, is this a party? Yes, the morning, it's an afternoon party, it's a morning for me. But yeah, so like these kind of things help queer people like us be ourselves. And not everyone wants to be as obnoxious like us. Like we're talking about us right just now.
Actually, just you.
No, but yes, just you actually. But yeah, so actually the normal queer person, the everyday queer person is just like you. Maybe more fabulous, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess we can all be advocates, right, for the cause, all right? My last question before we go to the audience, right? Just now you mentioned that you play games, right? Somebody said they were a huge nerd, but do you play games or video games? Do you play Riot Games?
I do play a lot of games, but I don't really play Riot Games. I am a huge fighting game fan. So I grew up playing fighting games. I spent basically, I think maybe 20 hours in the arcade every weekend growing up with my friends. Yeah, Street Fighter, Vampire Savior, all the really campy ones. Okay, so I think if you look back in my Instagram, I have done some looks. I don't know, do you all know Darkstalkers, the game? Yeah, Darkstalkers. This is one of my favorite games ever. So I think last year I did, do you know QB? QB, not Felicia. Oh, I'm actually working on a Felicia look. So follow me, you might see a Felicia look soon. but I did QB, who's a P character for last year because she's one of my favorite characters. So that's a game I used to play growing up.
Awesome.
For me, I think I just stopped when I turned a teen, I guess. So that was like RuneScape, Maple Story, like back in the day.
It's okay.
But yes, yeah. But for now, I'm game agnostic, I guess. So please, if you have any recommendations.
I used to play a lot of games with my sister's here helping,
Yeah.
and I used to love to play games with them. Actually, they just watch me play games all the time. Maybe now people just go on Twitch and everyone's just watching people play games, right? I used to do that. I used to just play Sonic from beginning to end, and my cousins and my siblings would just sit there and watch me play. and just complete the whole game.
You were the predecessor about the game binging channel.
Wow, okay, awesome. I mean, we welcome anybody that play games, so we're not, Anyway, on with questions from the audience. So both in the room as well in the chat. So if you are on Zoom and if you have questions, please post the questions on the Zoom chat and we will get to it as much as we can, right? From the room, any questions here? Beatrice also helped me pass the mic around.
Oh, we have a question.
Hello. So where do you get the inspiration for your costumes and outfits?
Inspiration. Well, okay, this outfit is actually an outfit that I had designed and made for National Day 2 years ago. Okay, so it's supposed to be a lion look. actually comes with the headpiece, but I changed out today because I wanted you all to see my face. So I do have a lot of a lot of my inspiration comes from. I mean, every year I do a National Day thing. So this year you got to stay tuned, follow me on Instagram to see what we're doing. It's going to be actually a huge group thing this year. It's going to be quite fun. You're in it. You better get yourself. You better get your act together. But also for my shows, I draw a lot of inspiration from pop culture. I believe that drag queens are ciphers of pop culture. We need to consume as much as we can and then filter it through fabulous gay lens. That's my belief anyway. Okay, so I do get a lot of inspiration from cartoons, from animation, from video games, from theater, from history. TV. How about you?
Very much the same then. Thank you for that great that answer. Wasn't that a great answer? Okay. Clap that. No, so it's very much the same. I think at the start I said something about reconnecting my roots. So I think drag is still very much that lens through which I perceive Singaporeanness, because we've been removed from these spaces, right? We weren't allowed to play as sissily, as butchly as we want to when we were younger, and not be like called out for it, right? So like the Dragon Playground, like Singaporean iconography, symbolism, architecture. Maybe you'll see something this year for National Day if you follow us. So like the Malayan, the Papilio anthem is Jokim, no longer abandoned as Jokim. Because it's not the same, not being scientifically tested, not the same genus. What else? Yeah, anything that is screams Singaporean, I guess, and heritage and culture for me.
Hi. I do believe that you said delusion is the best solution. I agree about that. And a lot of the makeup and the glamour behind that, though, there is a person. So what is the switch on and off like? What is your normal personality like compared to when you're in a fabulous outfit?
I think it's actually quite different for me. When I'm out of drag, it's like I'll wear the same thing every day. I'll wear whatever's on top of the pile. It's my partner that has to say, you're not leaving the house and dress me for going out. I just really cannot be bothered when I'm not in drag. But I spend so much time making sure that my drag looks are so intricate and everything. But out of drag, I just really can't be bothered. And I guess I am a lot more outgoing when I'm in drag. I do tend to talk to more people when I'm not in drag sometimes, especially in the clubs. If I'm not in drag, I don't want to talk to anyone. because shouting in the clubs, who's a singing voice? So that's why that's what really. But when I'm in drag, I'm talking to everyone and taking pictures of everyone.
I think Monasesh and I are the same in that. But recently, I've been on a different path because the lines between who Opera is on stage in drag Opera Tang and Opera offline has kind of grayed a bit, like merged, because I identify as non-binary, trans non-binary, okay? And I only did that identification, that start of that journey, because I did drag for the first time. Because I was so the internalized misogyny and the internalized transphobia in me just shoved that back into the back of my mind. I couldn't even think about it. And then I found the divine femininity, the divine feminine, and it's so powerful and it exudes so naturally in me, in my mannerisms and whatever, that I felt like opera on stage has opened doors for opera off stage and behind closed doors in my home. So opera now is off stage, out of drag, is finding joy in her femininity on the public transport, in the mall, quietly, because what we share is that we don't like to talk to people out of drag. We're introverts. But out of drag, it's like this, I mean, in drag, it's like this. But yeah, I hope I answered the question. Yeah. No, I think it's like Interstellar, like from Star Wars Space. Yeah.
This is for Opera. How do you get Ama involved in making your outfits and appearing on your videos? And how does it feel like to have Ama accepting you for being you? It's from Bernice, and Bernice says, I love your Ama.
Yes, everyone does actually. I'm just a sidekick actually. Yeah, I was saying that I was an introvert, right? The extrovert in my relationship is my grandmother. She's the one just going up to people saying, "Hi, do you want pictures?" I'm like, "Grandmother." I'm the awkward one. Yeah. Who's Cynthia? Who is Cynthia in our relationship? Am I the extrovert? I know Cynthia Revo, bro. Okay, no, yeah, anyways. No, I meant who's the extrovert and introvert in the Cynthia Ari relationship. Okay, one of them lah. Anyways, they're both equal. But yeah, so my grandmother, she's the one that likes being on camera. So if you look through my videos, right, all my videos with me constructing a costume, I don't really look at the camera. I am just like facing the side, doing my thing, sewing. I think this is my first time like actually saying this out loud in front of people because I don't like actually talking to the camera. I'm quite camera shy, and like when there are briefs from companies that I collaborate with, brands that want me to speak to the camera, then I do. I pluck up the courage and do. But actually, I want my videos to focus on the art, the creations that I make, the costumes that I create, right? And then my grandmother is always there as a supporter. Whether it be creating templates for the costumes I'm making, or just being there to like be my cheerleader, right? So I feel like that's a very strong plot point that a lot of people can connect to. But yeah, like going into this social media thing, it has never been like, oh, I want to be famous. Like that's the furthest thing I want to happen to me. But I want people to focus on the art, the love of queerness that I have and share with so many drag queens. Yeah. Yeah, my grandmother, she's just a natural on front camera, actually. Yeah, I hope you answered your question, Denise.
All right. Any other questions here?
Yeah, I have one. Hi, thanks. So you mentioned Victoria mentioned a bit about the need for consuming a lot of pop culture, right, and in a way exemplifying it, and you also talked about like creating those safe spaces. So I'm curious, we produce a lot of pop culture here. I would say games, videos, music. Any good recent examples for you of a pop culture product that made you, resonated with you and made you feel, let's say, safe to be yourself?
Okay, very, very good question. Made me think because I consume so much pop culture that does like jam my brain a little bit. So I'm a bit fritzing. But I think when we see new IPs come out now, we are always looking for representation. We always want to make sure that people feel seen. So I mean, if you look at Disney, I think yesterday I just saw the trailer for the new movie coming out, and it'll be called Hexed. Okay, so that looks really fun. So and you can see that they did do quite. They put some effort into making the protagonist a bit Latinx, darker skin, dark hair, not the usual, blonde hair, blue eye princess. So it's little things like that that really help to let everyone feel seen. I think maybe recently also, I mean, if you look at the big, what else is there? Computer games. You talk about computer games. I think you see. I don't play Riot Games, but Fortnite. If you look at Fortnite, the different skins that they have, it's really inviting so many different communities to be identified in Fortnite. And even in Minecraft, if you look at Minecraft, you can be almost anything you want in all these online virtual worlds. So I think I think that's where I think a lot of these new kind of identities get to be explored, and that's how I think it's very inspiring for people who are learning who they are. Yeah.
Do you have more questions online?
We do. We have quite a few people asking about your skincare routine.
Mine or hers? Both. Okay, so my skincare routine is very simple. Okay, you definitely need to use sunscreen. You definitely need to moisturize, and I use a retinoid like every night, like tretinoin and niacinamide. That's all. Yeah, that's all. You don't need a lot. A lot of it is marketing, and a lot of it is trying to trick you into buying more products. So you really don't need anything more than that. Oh, and don't smoke.
Don't smoke and drink. Same.
We have one more from the Sydney office. How did you choose your names and what made it feel right? And what were your rejected ones?
I think we kind of answered our names already. How we came up with our names. Rejected ones. Did you have any?
My name is actually very Singaporean because we have a lot of SOPs in Singapore, right? Standard Opera Tang procedures. Yeah, that's why. Because I was like thinking if I ever have like a series on my own, I'll be like SOPs and all. That's what I'm gonna say. No rejected names. It was like that from the start.
I'm always in awe of your Teochew because I'm Teochew too, and my Teochew, boy, I'm that bad, you know. Alright, any more questions from the floor?
Hello. You mentioned that it was quite hard growing up in like trying to express yourself and be part of the community, and then for you it was a bit easier. Do you think the future opera or the future Victoria, like coming in the future, is going to be easier for them, or there's like some level of cap that we've reached, or do you think it's going to be a lot easier for future generations?
Well, if you asked me this question like 5-10 years ago, I would say yes, it's going to get easier every generation. But as you can see, Gen Z and now Gen Alpha are becoming quite conservative. Okay, not just in the West, but I think in this region as well. So I think the people growing up are going to have their own issues. Okay, and now, I mean, I don't think it's ever going to be easy being different from the majority. So there's always something that is going to come and, make you question yourself, or make you make you hide yourself. So even today, I think even if we see like there's so much acceptance and everything, but the kids today, they are so scared to say certain things, right? I mean, there's this whole, as opposite, you're judged so much online, okay? People are so curating themselves. And so it's a whole different experience. I think, I don't want to say that it's going to be easier for them now because they're going to have their own problems. So everyone is on a really different journey. Yeah.
So, yeah, same here. I wouldn't say that it was easier for me or was harder for Victoria, but we had our own struggles. And but with the dawn of social media and the increase in accessibility to information, like I think I have two younger brothers. They're like in their teenage years, right? And they're very not supportive, like open-minded, I guess, or aware of the LGBTQ community because of social media and because of the portrayal of people. Like we weren't allowed this prior to the age of social media or like any type of media actually in the Singapore broadsheets, the channels like Channel 5, Channel U, because
even now it's not allowed, the representation on MediaCorp.
But most people get their news now online. And Mothership also is like now the second most rated that's where people go for their news after CNA, and then Straits Time is third, right? According to a recent poll. So I think because more people are getting their information online and through social media, they are more aware of other identities and other communities like us. So I mean, it can be a double-edged sword, right? Yeah. So awareness can also build tolerance, but also can build better arguments for hate if they.
Yeah. I mean, going online. We used to think online, you're gonna open up, everyone's gonna be accepting and everything. But I think going online now, that's not the case. Okay, you've got Reddit, you've got the manosphere, you've got all that stuff, Tradwives, all coming back. So and there's so much disinformation now with AI too. I mean, someone could go up and just make up anything, a video, a deepfake video about gay people, and change someone's opinion at a very young age. So I think there's going to be a new set of problems, which I don't think is going to be any easier than what we went through. Maybe it's going to be worse. I don't know. I don't want to promise that life is going to be all rainbows and lollipops from now on.
Just a quick follow-up. There's a lot of, we deal with maybe toxicity sometimes in video games, and you deal with haters and toxicity. In short, like, how do you deal with haters, or like your number one mechanism to like dealing with them?
For me, I like troll them back. Yeah. Like they got nothing on us actually. They're just keyboard warriors, I guess. I mean, I feel from a very like linguist point of view, like when I was in debate and stuff, I would like argue back and stuff. But why would we do that, right? Waste our energy doing that, because they are just like trolling you with like hate and stuff. But it's all irrational. So just be irrational back to them. Yeah. But what I've been doing and we've been doing is just spreading love and building our communities. I think from there, that's what matters most, right? And these people are the minority actually. Yeah.
Yeah, I think either just ignore them. I think ignore them, mute them, block them. I think they just want attention themselves, and I think a lot of the times they're just jealous that we are getting the attention, right? Yeah.
Thank you.
Alright, I think we have reached almost the end of the hour, so thank you both for sharing such thoughtful and personal stories. We have covered a lot today, right? And whatever they have shared with us will stay with us. And thank you everybody who has joined us online, virtually, in person. Again, right, we hope that you continue learning, supporting each other. We are all advocates. And not just during Pride Month, right, but all year round, right? And so before you head out, remember to grab your Pride goodies, and happy Pride, everybody!
So now we're in Riot Games. This is Riot Games elevator. See?
Riot Games.
Riot Games elevator.
Just let us know what you can and can't.
Ooh.
Riot Games again. Let us know what we can and can't film. Yeah.
What can
This part you can actually
This
show.
part can film?
Yeah.
Cool.
But it's like,
Is this what you do? Like, you do this?
Everybody, we don't shake hands, we do like
Oh, you do fist bumps.
fist bumps
Fist
to
bumps.
everybody.
Just because that's what we do in the queer community too.
it sounds so manly.
Yeah.
So manly. Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Because
See, these are the warriors. Opera Tang and Victorian one snatch.
Yeah.
We can go closer. Opera Tang, Victorian one snatch.
cute.
We are like warriors or something, like generals.
Tour of Riot Games.
Yeah. Okay, we take that home. Oh yeah.
Careful your hair.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. You just
Wait.
You should hold it
Two-handed.
two-handed.
Yeah, no.
Careful, don't whack the ceiling.
Do you move back a bit more?
I think a photo is nice.
Yeah, take a
Yeah.
So we're getting undressed, and this is the character that they said I look like. What's the name? Ari? Ari. Blues and silvers and
Wait, do you take my
structured hair. Huh?
Go away.
Okay, so that's another corporate gig. Thank you, Opera, for
Thank you for
organising
doing this with us. Did I organize this? I didn't organize this.
Yeah, I think 2 more to go. So catch me next at Edition and then at the Pink Dot. How come you're not in the Pink Dot dancing?
This year I'm just helping out on the ground.
Oh, so you're not going to be in drag.
I will be in drag, but it's just not dancing. It's not until
Okay,
we.
well then, and no opera. I'm going to be the most beautiful one on stage.
No, there's no stages here.
No stage.
Yeah, no stage.
Okay, bye.